All right, guys, here we are.
Is my volume turned down?
I have no idea. So,
Hello, everyone.
yeah, the speaker's off, but you don't have a microphone. This is on.
Okay.
All right. So, it has been a while since we've been live, and so why is it going 3, 2, 1? Doing all that on your screen.
I don't know.
Okay. So anyway, Bill's here. Hello, Bill. And Jared and Kim is probably here. And there's Kissy Cat. So good to see my members showing up. Kissy Cat, she's a trailblazer, and Bill's a trailblazer. So I love it when my trailblazers show up. And there's Michael Ford, all the way from Australia. So that's awesome. He's man, Michael Ford is a long-time Patreon member, and I'll tell you what, I appreciate that. And there's Grandma Joanne,
Hello, everyone.
and she always watches every single one of my videos.
She does. She is
so
a big supporter.
Nice.
Thank you, Grandma Joanne.
As most of y'all, a lot of y'all watch every single one. There's Christy and Scott. Or I hope Scott's there with Christy. and there's Steve.
Well, hello, Steve. Good evening to you, sir.
And there's Dave coming on in. And we got good news I'll share with you in a little bit with Dave and BB. So man, it's good to see everybody coming in. This is nice. A lot of my members, Trailblazers, are coming in. Patreon members are coming in. So it's good to see everybody.
Yes, it is.
And everybody's saying hi to everybody else.
I feel like it's been a while, but it's really only been about 3 weeks. But I feel like
That's
been
a long time. Yeah, 3 weeks is a long time.
We
got to get more in a routine of doing these, but it's just been hey, it's summer, we're just been so busy. But since I'll tell you, we're going to go to Vegas pretty soon. We'll be at Granny Fest.
Looking forward to that.
And then Tina and I are going to stop at a few places. We got a nice trip planned on the way back.
Yes.
And we're going to end that trip with a stay with in Lebanon. I guess it's Murfreesboro and near Nashville. And we're going to have breakfast with Dave and BB. So I'm really looking forward
for that.
He's one of my oldest members, subscribers. So that's going to be really cool. Yeah. So really, really awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait. There's Scott. Hey, Scott.
So finally, we've been wanting to meet them for a long time. And so finally, we're going to make it happen.
There's Christina and Anthony.
Well, there we go. So good
to
see those guys, as always. And we're going to try a few bottles tonight. And one of the bottles, I'm sure Scott had mentioned to me before that Cody Road was his favorite. I hadn't heard it. And so I actually picked it up. Well, let's save it. I'll tell you that story later on. Once I get there, I'll tell you that story later on, because that's a good story, and we want to recoup that. We want to tell all the stories at one time. We got to save some. So good to see everybody coming in. Christina and Anthony both are YouTube trailblazers. We appreciate them a lot.
Yes.
And so what I'm going to do first, before I even have anything to drink at all, I want to tell you about something really exciting. So let me get this little basket out of here. So check out this basket. This was sent to me by the marketing group for Toot and Totem and the Mitch's Barbecue in Amarillo, Texas. They saw the video that I did recently, and I even posted the letter that the marketing director sent to me, and you can read that online. What a wonderful, wonderful people.
Yeah.
And she said she was going to
really nice.
send me this package, and sure enough, and I wasn't even. I'm like, well, that's nice. A nice little send me something. I didn't expect all this. Look at this. This is a beautiful basket, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
All decked out with their colors, black and silver. And so I have not opened it, and I'm sorry about all the crinkling. But I'm gonna open this up right now, and hang on just a second, because
Hey, Kim, welcome in. Glad you could join us. And there is Earl Dotson. Glad you could join us, Earl. Welcome in. And Caliph Girl, good evening to you. Welcome in. And everyone that's here. I'm so glad to see everybody. Scott said that the Cody Road Distillery is an hour and a half from their house, and they've been there many times.
Wow, that's awesome.
Very cool.
Can you just hold this for me? I'm kind of.
Sure. Take this.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I had the name of a girl that works in the marketing department, and her name was Caitlin. I was going to say Caitlin, but I was like, I don't want to mess up. So I wanted to check, because I'm 62 years old and I don't want to mess up. So
and Kissy Cat said you don't look hurt.
Well, you can see I don't know if you can see on the camera, but I almost broke that pinky, and I landed on my shoulder. That's another story. I'll tell you that in a little bit.
JD Smith from Asheboro, North Carolina. Welcome in.
Wow, we're getting live. And Earl Dotson, I've seen him in there. That's really cool. JD, thanks for coming in from Asheboro. Asheboro's a really cool town.
Yes.
And there's Caliph Girl. We hadn't seen you in a while. Of course, y'all hadn't seen me in a while. So I can't say. I'm going to open this thing up with my bear knife. It hadn't been seen for a while because I was using my Frontiers. And it was getting jealous. So I'm breaking out the bear knife tonight. And we're going to open up this package sent to me by Caitlin and the rest of the marketing department. They saw the video I did in Mitch's in Amarillo, Texas. If you hadn't seen the video, you need to watch it, share it, because the barbecue is great. Yeah. Oh, it's just outstanding. And this place, let's get all this crinkling out of the way. We'll mail that to Kissy Cat, and she can craft something out of that. She, because she likes. I know she would like these little. I know Kissy Cat would like those ribbons.
She could do something with that.
Yeah, she could do some bling. So I had gone into, I guess, Toot and Totem and Mitch's probably 3 times. I'd walk in, it smells so good, and then I was like, oh, they've already run out. So they were closed. Finally, I got in at the end of the line, like on my 4th or 5th try trying to get there. And so I finally got in line. They were just about ready to sell out. But I got a full plate of all kind of stuff. And man, I was sitting there eating that. One guy come up and he said, how is it? And I said, it is great. And he goes, I just missed out. So I said, oh man, I'm so sorry. But anyway, so it was delicious. And I did a little video then, but I guess nobody watched that. So I did another one. went back in there and got in line and talked to some of the workers. They were working their rear ends off and had that barbecue again. It's just so good. The brisket is like thick sliced. The ribs are just awesome. If you like ribs falling off the bone, you would love them. And even the pork, everything was just, it was really good. Let's see what they got here. Go, if you're in Amarillo, just go there. Go early. Get you some of that good Texas style barbecue. Ooh, the hot and spicy. I like that. Hot and spicy Mitch's Texas style barbecue. I like that stuff.
Like me.
Tina says she's hot and spicy. That's about all the hot and spicy I can handle. All right, let's see what else. A very cool hat. Mitch's Texas style barbecue. I will wear that. That is so nice.
That's
very, very
cool.
nice.
Oh, gotta love the tumblers.
Oh my goodness. Look at this.
Can't go wrong with
Mitch's Texas style barbecue. This is way too much. I mean, I'm not worth all this. You know, every time you guys are members at Trailblazers or a Patreon member, I don't even understand. Like, why are y'all paying this? It just blows my mind. I'm very appreciative, but it really blows my mind.
And there's Rhonda Dotson. Good evening to you. Hello.
Bill says you tell him.
And Calif Girl, prayers for healing for you. She had recent hip surgery a month ago.
Bill said he loved watching you stuff your face on that video. I loved stuffing my face on that. And we got Rhonda Dotson. Hey, Rhonda.
She's Earl's wife. They're from Lexington, North Carolina.
Nice.
Yeah. Yes, I remember seeing Rhonda in here too.
Yes,
before.
I think so too.
Welcome in, both of you guys.
We're not even done yet. This basket is still going on and on. This is amazing. And they sent extra large, even though I wear large. I know I look fat, but look at that.
That's a cool shirt.
Oh, that is a great shirt. That is so good. So now you can know where the brisket come from, the ribs. That is cool. That is a cool shirt. Ooh. I love that. And we got some more Mitch's Texas style. But now this is the regular. This stuff is amazing. Tina will love that because she likes it a little bit sweeter, but this stuff is so good. Look at the dark color.
Well, that's me too. Sweet.
Yeah, sweet and spicy.
Sweet, hot, and spicy.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
And what else do we got? And we got a little koozie.
And
this is whenever I drink a beer. Tina can use this when she's on the beach drinking her Coronas.
That's right. Kiss Cat will appreciate that.
And then,
good evening, Bud has 829. Welcome in.
Yeah, hey, Bud. And then look at this, guys. A beautiful cutting board.
It's upside down. Here you go.
Mitch's Texas style barbecue. Amarillo, Texas. Guys, it's a real deal. You wouldn't think you're going to find barbecue that good in a convenience store or gas station, but I'm going to tell you what, it's the truth.
Jared said he's a vegan, but he'll try it. Yeah, no.
Yeah, Jared, get on down. And then look, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, there's even more. Look.
Oh, wow.
A Mitch's Texas style barbecue shot glass.
Very cool.
That's awesome. And there's something else.
Lord have mercy.
A bottle opener.
That is.
God, this is just way too much.
Yeah, I know.
It's way too much. Caitlin, if you're watching, or any of the staff watching.
Yes. Thank you very much.
From Mitch's. This is wonderful. You could have just sent me this empty basket and I would have been really happy because that is a nice basket.
And we've got some more confetti in there. We'll be sending to Kissy Cat.
Yeah. That is so cool. So, guys.
Nice.
I know that you guys would love that place. It's really, really good. So, yeah.
Kissy Cat's going to go by there and act like a meat eater.
Joe's in there.
Hey, Joe,
Joe's in here and he says, open up some gifts. I know it's not even Christmas yet. I know Christmas did come early, BB, so that's really nice. But
I mean, that is just, super nice.
That's the nicest. It's amazing, this YouTube journey. People have sent me bottles like Seeking Vegas Sunrise, and Christine Anthony sent me a big bottle of Stranahan's. Lance Stab, who's finally saw him on a live stream, Granny's live stream. He sent that Hirsch, which was amazing. Who else sent us some whiskey? Somebody else did, I think.
Kentucky Spirit, Courtney.
Oh, and Courtney and Matthew sent the best bourbon, Kentucky Spirit.
There's Tommy and
Tom.
Yes.
All right. He's in Germany from Munich. He's coming live from Munich.
Wow. Good morning, Tom. And there's Derek.
But he had to trade in his kilt for some Derek. Suspenders and little short shorts.
His tutu.
Tutu for suspenders.
Yeah.
What did I say? His kilt? Not a kilt. I said kilt.
Yeah.
But it's not a kilt. It's tutu. Well, if he goes to Scotland, he can get him a kilt. Now, let's see what Bud says. He said, the Haunted Hacienda Inn was an amazing video. My mother lived in Prescott for 30 years. Over 30 years ago. I wish I knew of those places to visit, but then again, I was 21 back then and had no interest. That's the way it happens.
True for all of us. There's Dice and Derek.
Now, we need to warn, Tom's in here, Bill's in here. Guys, you have to behave. Okay?
Bill's like, let me at him.
And Dice is here. And he's saying everybody, and where Granny in here?
Derek.
And oh, Derek is in here. All right. So, Derek Steffen, I tell you what, I can't say enough about Derek and Cindy. They have been so good to me, but I'm not going to share this nicest new thing they did just yet. I want to tell you when we're there together, and maybe we'll do a live stream or something like that. But let me just say, he's a Patreon member, donates a lot. He's also a YouTube member. And then he keeps doing really nice stuff. Y'all saw me open all those gifts. Guys, we love y'all and can't wait to spend some time with you.
Yes.
That's going to be nice.
Yes. There's Gambling Granny. How are you this evening?
So I'm going to let y'all vote on the bottles we open up. But this one I'm just going to open up right now because I have been dying to open this up because I love some Remus, which is straight bourbon whiskey. Okay. And this was
like the first bottle you picked up on the trip, wasn't it?
Yeah. Picked this up in West Virginia. CJ's, which you've seen me go into a lot. CJ's always has some great selections, great bottles like this. I've been all over the country and have not seen this 6-year. It's a high rye bourbon. And if y'all know me, I love some what they would call a burr rye. I love burr ryes. Things are so good.
And there's Miss Amy. How are you this evening?
Amy.
Hope you're feeling better.
Yes, Amy. Go Herd. Marshall University. Yes. I'm an alumni. And they beat Virginia Tech.
The Hokies. They beat the Hokies. Yay.
And
everybody give a thumbs up for that.
I love Marshall University. So that was awesome. Go Herd. So there's Ronnie C. Have we missed him? There's Gamma Granny. Love you guys. Everybody's still saying hi, which I love. It's really nice. Everybody's here.
Yes.
So many great people are here tonight. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody.
All my favorite peeps.
And
Missing a few
let's
of them,
Kiss
but-
Cat's watching 3 games right now and listening to you.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord.
Now, let me read this mash bill. It is 51% core, 51% corn. I haven't had anything to drink in a while.
And there's Keno Kid.
39% rye, and we love Keno Kid.
Good evening, sir.
Keno, next time I'm going to bring this to Vegas, and I'm going to let you have a shot out of this Mitch's Texas style barbecue shot glass.
He said Remus is good to shoot, I heard. Yeah, that'll be for Keno.
I ain't putting no good stuff in here.
Yeah, that'll be for Keno's shots.
We'll give him, hey Scott, should we give him some Cody Road to shoot it? Yeah.
Thank you, Bill. Yes, please smash that thumbs up, guys.
Yes, hit that like button. Keno, I have understood you've been like imitating me.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's like I'm just an old country bumpkin, and that, I guess because of my voice. So anyway, let's see if this thing has a good cork pull. It is 109 proof, 109. So
And I said, shots. We are not sorority girls.
that's right.
Tell Keno that, guys.
That's classic Dice. Where did he say that? Shots. Yeah, we're not. Yep.
Yes, Kissy did a Walt imitation.
He took $100 bottle of Penelope and shot the daggone thing. We even talked about Keno at when we were in Myrtle Beach. So here goes. Ooh, that was pretty good. Pretty good. And we're gonna try some. Oh, I better save
There's Terry Meyer. Good evening, Terry. And Amy's
Terry.
not 100%, but she's feeling better.
I'm glad you're feeling better. And
she's living, she said.
Terry Meyer, what a good guy. Good man. He's in here. Good to see him. And he was concerned that when I fell, and I did hurt myself. I mean, I had to check. Like I landed on my elbow. That's actually bruising up now a little bit, but not much. My shoulder. So, oh my gosh, guys, this is gonna be good. Does Tina get a pour tonight?
Kissy Cat and Granny just gonna have it with Diet Coke.
She says she loves that sound.
That's acceptable.
Nah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it is.
Only for Kissy Cat and
straight out of Vegas.
Granny.
I think that's the whiskey he's gonna try to drink. Tina, do you want some?
Yeah.
I guess we'll let Tina have some of this. I know one thing. I just watched, and Joe, I hadn't commented yet. I just watched your video of the taps and barrels. And
that's good.
That was good. That's good. Joe is a great content creator.
Yes.
It's like he don't just, he makes videos. He makes videos. They're cinematic
stuff and missed it for a long time. So I'm glad you're back.
So glad he's back. And he does such a good job. I'm thinking, man, I might even try some of that beer.
I know. But you made it look so good. I would definitely try it.
Yeah, Tina would. So, but
we'll go.
Beer makes me so bloated. I'm like, I'm done after that.
Craft beer isn't as bad, it seems like, for me. Well, there's Neil. Hi, Neil Macedo. How are you this morning in Australia?
There's Neil Macedo. We got 2 Australians in here. Neil and Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this smells good.
And you're welcome. Guys, this is gonna I can smell. Oh man. That is
Tell him to wait. Joe drinks.
that's like a spicy, like, man, that is good. Thank you, Neil. 3
member
months.
for 3 months.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Mr. Trailblazer.
That's there you go. The only whiskey allowed to be mixed is Wild Turkey 101. That's some good stuff. Very good. This stuff right here, it's sweet and spicy. I'm trying to get something.
Say sweet.
It's kind of like that smoky, but not smoky, but like that Texas barbecue sauce. A little molasses,
kind of hot, spicy,
a little
and
sweet, and a little spicy. Because it got that rye, a little pepper. Let's try it. Oh my goodness. Wow. Really wow.
Bill just gifted 10 Frontiersman Trailblazer memberships.
Oh my God. How do you do that?
Thank you.
Who do you give them to?
Whoever grabs them first.
Guys, there they are. You want to be a member? There you are. That's amazing.
Thank you. And there's
Bill.
Andy. Goodness. Joel, Anthony, Tater Dom, Keith.
And
How
we got
all you guys.
It's cool to see the Australian guys.
Gifted memberships for a month. Thank you so much, Bill. That
Very
is
cool.
Awesome. You are fantastic.
Jack and Jim are good mixers. I would agree, Scott. I like that.
Everybody thank Mr. Bill.
Jack mixes really well, and so does Jim Beam. But Bill, that's way too much. I sure appreciate it.
That is so nice. Everybody be sure and thank the Bill. That is wonderful.
She likes Wild Turkey 101 and don't like me. It's a sipping, it's a mixer. I think Wild Turkey 101 is pretty darn versatile. But yeah, y'all are talking about yourselves. Sweet, spicy. Oh, Amy. Yeah. I guess I'm sweet and Tina's spicy. Right. Probably.
Yeah.
Will you point out, fall or winter whiskeys? Well, the only thing I would say is like they don't do things like unless you want flavored whiskeys. I mean, it's not like beer. You get beer, you have a lot of you'll get some pumpkin ales and fall stuff. Whiskey's whiskey, but there are some flavored ones which I don't drink. Now, there are some. This is right now is the peak time of the year to get new release bottles. Like Elijah Craig is going to have their C923, and if you can find that, you need to get it because I know it's going to be good.
That is what.
And I'm on the hunt for that.
You're going to be on the hunt.
Yeah, I'm on the hunt for that. And yeah, there you go. It's a utility knife. And so there, like just recently, but before, early September, Russell's Reserve, the 13-year was released. So a lot of the companies put their last barrel batches out. So it's a good time to look for new releases this kind of time of year. So, but I don't know about which one would be a fall or a winter. I don't know. That's a great question. I'll have to do some research, Kissy Cat. She always comes up with some great questions.
It puts you to work.
Y'all want me to score this Remus?
Oh man, it's
wow,
very smooth. You get, I get a little spicy at the front, and then the warm hug right at the back.
Here's
the bottom of the throat.
I get the spiciness, but then it just goes straight to sweet right on the mid tongue. Then it goes back. Just has a really good hug right here.
Very smooth.
And then a little bit of oakiness at the very back to me. I don't really get that much up front, but just a little bit of oakiness to say, hey, I'm 6 years old. I've been in the barrel 6 years. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna have one more sip.
And Joe said Jameson is Tommy's utility knife.
Gosh, this seriously is one of the best I've ever had. That is really good. I'm trying to come up with a really fair score. I don't want to go overboard, but wow.
It's really good.
That is really good. It is really good. I'm going to give it I'm going to look at my scores just to refresh myself.
Yes, he is, Jer. Bill is a true gentleman.
He is.
So nice of you. Thank you so much.
That was really nice. So I hope people grab those memberships. Wow.
Earl says, have you ever made, what did he say? Cherry bounce.
Cherry bounce, huh?
No.
What is cherry bounce?
What is cherry bounce, Earl?
Haven't had that. I am speechless. I'm going to give this a score of 91. That it's a 91. It could be higher. Gosh, I want to. I'll tell you how good it is. I just want to keep sipping on it. I mean, and that's sad that I shouldn't have done this first, because now all the rest of them are going to be like, really?
I was kind of thinking that earlier, but
I know. I knew Remus was going to be good. I love some Remus. I love just about anything the George Remus, who's the king of the bootleggers. That's who they named their whiskey after. It's really good stuff. This bottle was, I believe, about $70. I believe it was about 60 to 70. I'd have to go look at the receipt. What scored a 10? Like, you mean like 100 or like 10 bad? The worst score I ever gave anything was, Malort was the worst, but then I took it off my list because it's not a whiskey. Canadian Mist got a 5. So Canadian Mist, poor Kia Bell tried that, and that was a sad day. It was a sad day because I had to taste it in my life.
All I can remember, the best was
I haven't. The highest score I've given anything is a 97 Kentucky Spirit. That Remus is awful close.
Yes, you meant a perfect score. So nothing. Yeah.
So 100 would be perfect.
Yeah.
Malort is a paint remover, no doubt,
agreed.
And a brain remover.
And gut remover.
All right, guys, that was amazing. So I picked that up, in West Virginia, and then I headed on to, hand me that new riff, Tina. I headed on to the New Riff Distillery and the Party Source. It's funny because when I went into Party Source, that was like a huge store. I even said it. I mean, I even took a video angle of the aisle of bourbons that went down through there. I've never seen a store like this. I mean, Total Wine, it was big, like it's bigger than Total Wine. the ones I've seen.
Mhm.
And then that aisle of bourbon, I've never seen an aisle of bourbon that long. And so I spent pretty good amount of time in there, and then ended up picking up this Sagamore rye, and then I went across the street, across the parking lot to the New Riff Distillery, and picked up this Balboa rye. So, hang on just a second. I got to keep talking, honey. Say hi.
Jer said Canadian mist is used for washer fluid up in Canada. Oh, like it. And Bill said he's the only trader here since he only likes rum and scotch. That's okay.
Well, yeah.
That is perfectly fine, Bill.
Yeah, a lot of people, Scotch drinkers don't usually like bourbon.
And Calif Girl said you looked like a kid in the candy store in that video.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. No, I just had to go turn the air on because these lights are making it hard in here.
Thank you, Rhonda, for coming in. Y'all have a good evening. We appreciate you stopping
by.
Yeah. Don't
Thanks
forget
for
to
coming
hit
in.
that like on your way out.
Thank you so
hopefully
much.
We'll see you next time.
Yep. And he said, "Oh yeah, Walt looked like he wanted to take everything." I did. There were so many things that I wanted, but I knew I was going to be stopping on the way, and I thought, man, I can't spend all the money right here, right now. So anyway,
Joe said that too. That you looked like you wanted to take everything.
Yeah,
home
and Bill told me they just opened a Total Wine, so we have to go check that out. They probably have some really high class scotch in there for sure. So, all right, which one are we going to open? We've got this Sagamore rye. It's a double oaked, and the proof is, I should have just brought a flashlight in here. I can't see the proof. 96.6 proof. All right.
You also missed.
Uh-oh. And then Bill, guys, look at this. Bill sent this early.
In addition to the memberships he already gifted.
As we all know, Bill is
Thank you, Bill.
Is the GOAT. I mean, It's just amazing.
You are
Thank
awesome.
you, Bill. I really appreciate that. We're getting ready to take a trip, and that will be used, and then Derek and Cindy gave me that $100 gas card, and I still haven't used that
for this trip.
So,
So this upcoming trip.
Y'all are so awesome.
Yes.
So good. I can't even believe it.
Okay.
So are we voting? We're going to vote on
Dice says New Riff. Let's see.
Riff or Sagamore? Sag or Riff?
Sag or Riff? Dice votes Riff.
Dice says Riff. Okay. Yeah, Kissy Cat says she wished I could work at Total Wine giving out samples. That would be fun.
That would be a fun job.
But then they would require me to go into work. So I don't know.
That would be fun work.
Mr. Coleman does strike again. He's unbelievable. Sorry I missed that, Bill. But that matte color, which one's the matte?
This one. She likes the New Riff bottle. Yeah, so it is a very pretty bottle, isn't it?
So we got 2 or 3 for Riff. The new Riff.
She's voting for Riff since it's the matte colored bottle.
So we got Ronnie.
Hey, Ronnie, by the way.
There's 3 of them in there.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Dice, Ronnie, and
Kiss Cat.
Kiss Cat and Straight. So we got a whole bunch. So we're going after New Riff.
Okay.
New Riff it is.
Joe says Riff. Michael says Riff. Jer says Riff. Riff it is.
New Riff.
I've got to get my glasses. My glasses are behind us.
Giant computer.
So guys, this is it's also bottled in bond, which I love bottled in bonds. That means it's 100 proof and it's aged at least 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And Bill,
he strikes again. He's awesome. Thank you, Bill.
Bill Coleman, $100.
You are too kind, Bill. We appreciate you so much.
Now I have enough money to feed Tina.
Yeah, that'll do.
Bill, all I can say is he is.
He is the GOAT. Speaking of which, next live I have to show you. We'll surprise you. I'll show you where something that Bill sent to us.
Bill is the GOAT. I mean, he's so generous. I mean, we got a lot of people that are really good to me, but Bill donates to a lot of other people, and that is just
it's too kind.
So nice. He said, "You better feed Tina. Your ass is mine."
He's watching out for me. Thank you for taking care of me, Bill.
Oh, this is good. I'm drinking my 2-bitch whiskey with you guys. I gotta get a bottle of that.
We did actually see it.
We did?
We did. When we took our trip in May and we went to the Total Wine there at the town square, there were so many bottles, like you were saying about the other stores. You just get
overwhelmed, yeah.
We were overwhelmed, but I did see it, and I thought of you, Joe, and I was like, oh, we were already loaded down with whatever we were buying. So we didn't get it, but we were both like, we got to get that sometime.
Yeah,
we got to get that sometime.
I do. I want to taste it.
I know. And I was like, there it is.
But you know what is actually really surprisingly good was that what was the fighting cock? That was actually very good.
What we got
for a cheap whiskey. That was really good.
Compare that. That was so much fun, and we were very surprised by the taste of that.
Yeah. So New Riff. Let's open this bottle of New Riff. I'm gonna read to you about it. Let's see. Balboa Rye is named after Rocky Balboa. Actually, it doesn't say that.
It's made up.
Balboa Rye is a rare heirloom grain dating to the 1940s and often used for whiskey in those days. It's grown exclusively for distillation at New Riff by the Fogg family farm in Indiana. So, isn't that cool?
That is pretty cool.
And bestowing a unique flavor from a bygone age, it offers exquisite notes of red and blue fruit along with piquant spice. Now, I hate when they tell me what it tastes like because I like to see if I can pick out what I think it tastes like. So, but now with that in my mind, I'm going to be looking for red and blue fruit like blueberries and I don't know what, strawberries.
I kind of don't mind that.
I don't like it. But it has a mash bill of 95% Balboa rye and 5% malted rye. So this is 100% rye, 95% of which is a
Michael likes your t-shirt.
The Balboa rye. Thank you.
And Calif Girl said, "Yo, Adrian, I did it."
Yeah. Yeah, let's check it.
That's one of
this is an Into the AM shirt, and it's pretty cool. It's there's a Bigfoot with the big moon in the back. I thought it was kind of ghostly.
I'm getting ready for Vegas, so I got my little Vegas bling on.
I know y'all like that better than my shirt. They'll probably be saying, "Show this again, Tina."
Granny
So,
Fest bound. That's
here-
right, Joe.
Here's the cork pull. Kind of weak. Kind of weak. Ooh, smells very creamy, like nice glug glug glug.
Yes.
Did y'all hear that? It's like it's getting aerated as it's going down.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool. Yes, we did, and but they did fit, Bill. So we need to. We were going to wear them tonight, but I thought, well, it's Ghost. I want to have something on. So, but maybe in Vegas, if we do it live in Vegas, we'll do it there. But thanks, Bill.
Yes,
see,
they're perfect.
Bill sends shirts, and I don't know. He's
They're
always
awesome.
sending something. Really awesome. Guys, this is. Does it smell creamy to you? Because
Dice said he thinks he'll be at Granny Fest.
Wow.
Yeah, kissy cat, we will.
You got a lot of the rye spice.
Yeah, this is I'm not getting a huge overpowering scent.
I'm getting
very light.
It's the Balboa rye must not be that peppery, maybe, because it's not that much pepper, but it's still a spice, like a light spice.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go down the hatch. Oh wow, that is really good until it gets some back of the palate, and then it's something funky about it. I'm not sure what.
I get a pop of spice
at the back.
At the back. I don't get, at least my first sip, I don't get any funkiness.
Oh, I do
yet.
On the very back, on the finish.
That's where I got the pop of spice. Like
I get a lot of spice and very heat, but then after that goes away, it leaves you with something like
compared to the other one.
A little something, not bad. I mean, it's nothing that's going to detract. But what I get is, let me do it again because
Joe can't wait to see Dice shred live.
really sweet and spicy. I'm not getting any blue fruit. I might get a little bit of red fruit, but to me, it's more like maybe cherries or something. Ooh. And then it goes back to, like you say, it kind of like bubbles up, and that spice just explodes. And when it explodes, you get all the heat all of a sudden. But then it leaves you maybe with a little, maybe it's just a dryness or something.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a really, really good rye. But
yeah, I'm not getting the fruit. I'm getting heat and spice. Not the hottest or not the spiciest that I've ever tasted, but it pops me right there. That's where the spiciness sort of goes pow.
That's pretty good. I like that.
It's
a lot.
Very interesting.
I'm going to give this an 80. $81. I'm going to give it an 81, which is a very good score, guys. Anything above 70, you can come in and have a drink anytime you want. So this is really good.
I mean, I would say, like, I don't score them. I'm not the scorer, because I'm still learning. But
What
This
would you
is
score
I'm not really scoring. I'm just saying this is not one of those like compared to the one we just had, Remus.
Mm-hmm.
I could sip on Remus
Oh,
like continuously.
Yeah.
This one I would have a harder time continuously sipping on. It's more for me, yes, I'll taste it with a few sips
mm-hmm.
and then move on to my next one.
It's different.
Hey, Banjo. Welcome in. Good
Yeah.
to see you. Thank you for
She's
coming
gonna
in.
let us go.
Huh?
But she's gonna be back after a while. Have a drink. We will definitely have a drink for you, Calif girl. Thanks for coming in. I hadn't seen you in a while. And 300 swag bags, guys. Y'all, I wouldn't even attempt something like that. When I have a get together, it's gonna be like maybe 3 people. and I'll just give you a little
get together. Yeah, I can tell.
So that's an 81. That's a very good whiskey. Like if you want to see on the rating scale, if you look at this 80 to 89 is really good. It is a really good whiskey. It's really good.
That is amazing, you guys. Again, back on the swag bags.
Yeah. And
I know y'all put a lot of work into that.
And I think that was $60. I think it was 60.
Ronnie's asking. He came in like, what score did you give Malort? He took Malort.
It had a 2, but I took it off the board
off the list
because, and the reason I gave it a 2. Yeah, I used to tell my buddy, like we would walk up and down the beach and we would rate the girls as a 10 or something. And I said, well, that girl's a 2 only because I've never seen a 1. Well, Malort's the same way. It's a 2 only because I've never seen a 1. It's I'll give it a 2 because certainly there can't, if there's something worse than that, I just don't know. Yeah, everyone gets a bottle of whiskey and Jared's going to be grilling out. I'll tell you what, that would be a great little, just to sit around, sip on some bourbon, have Jared cooking and barbecue stuff and supervise at least, something, and that would be amazing. So, guys, I know I keep saying it, but I really do appreciate everybody that's a member, a Patreon member, everybody that sent me things like
every subscriber that watches videos,
everybody that's not a subscriber that comes in to watch. I appreciate you a lot. So, but now you got 10 free subscriptions. Sign up.
That's what you get for being here.
Yeah. I hope you signed up as a member. I hope I see your name in the
future.
In the future, and I'll put you on the credits. And the Balboa Rye is good, but there's something about it at the end that leaves you, I don't know if it's a dryness or just a little funkiness or something. It's still really outstanding, just really different.
I definitely get the more of the dryness, like you're saying, than the funkiness.
All right. So now, Tina.
Mm-hmm.
Now, hand me that bottle right there. Because I think I can, hang on, I think I can get it. All right. So this is Scott's favorite whiskey. Okay. So once I left Cincinnati, went on, helped my daughter Allison move in Chicago because she's been through some real trauma, guys. It's been a traumatic year for her. And she finally was able to, we moved her into another apartment. And she's still, she is having some hard times. So everybody keep her in your prayers. We appreciate that. No one rates women. We rate y'all. There you go. And so we did when we were idiot little 17-year-olds. We did Kids Cat because we were idiots. But anyway, she moved into another place and she's doing better. So the place she moved is really nice. And actually, Sweet Tea helped a lot. I contacted her and we were talking back and forth, and she gave some good advice, and so I appreciate her a lot. And so anyway, so I spent, helped her move, spent the night, and the next day I was on the road to Iowa, and I stopped at this little liquor store and I picked up this Cody Road. So, and it seemed, it didn't ring a bell at the time, but that was Scott's favorite whiskey. He told me later. I know he'd probably mentioned that on a live stream before. But so that's cool. Then Scott said, "Hey, that's my favorite whiskey." So that's pretty cool. And look at the artwork. That's nice. So,
and he said, "Let's go. The Cody Road Distillery is near the American Pickers Shop in LeClaire, Iowa."
Nice. Yeah, that would be a good trip.
Yeah. Yes, Sweet Tea is a sweetheart. Is she here, Joe? Did I miss her?
Is she here? Because we love Sweet Tea.
No. Denise. Good evening, Denise.
My sister? Oh, no, Denise Zuckerman.
Zuckerman. Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, Denise.
Yes, we will see you soon. I hear you're going to be at Granny Fest.
Yes, that'll be nice.
I can't wait to see you.
All right. We're opening up this Cody Road, and it's got a lot of paper. There we go. Finally.
Okay. Jared said he almost ran over Mike Wolf from American Pickers recently in Franklin, Tennessee.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's where I was like, I just heard somebody talking about American Pickers. It was Jared. Yeah. We talked on the phone about that. The room just got sweeter. It did. All right. Here's the cork pull for Cody Road. That's tight. Oh, wow. That's pretty good. Pretty good pop.
Yeah.
Pretty good pop.
Good pop. Ooh, I better get it.
That's a good sign. Good pop. That's a good sign. That's good. That's good.
Wash out your glass.
Yeah, but I don't need to really right now, but maybe for later. I'm going to get the I forgot to use I didn't use my
new riff for
my new riff. Oh, that thing is,
that one's kind
of funky,
fingerprinty.
Yeah, a lot of fingerprints. We'll have to use this with the new riff. Pretty good, pretty sweet. Let's see if it's got a little glug.
Dave wanted to know. He said, "Wait, what? Does Mike Wolf live in Franklin, Tennessee?" I don't know. Jared might know that. I'm not sure.
He might have
but
been
he stepped out in front of Jared's car or truck.
Cody Road. This is. We'll go ahead. And
Joe said, "Nice and tight."
It was nice and tight on that, and it was a good cork pull. This is 90 proof. I don't think it says how many years it's aged. Scott might know, but let's hear the story. In 1846, William Buffalo Bill Cody was born just a mile from our distillery on Cody Road in LeClaire. Now, you know what? I love history. That's why I bought this bottle. I love Buffalo Bill. I love all that history out there. So Cody Road Bourbon is named in his honor. This is real whiskey for real people. Enjoy an unforgettable stroll down Cody Road. All right. So it has 70% corn. So what we just tried had 100% rye, 95% Balboa rye. This one has 70% corn, 20% wheat, which will probably smooth it out. Tina's probably going to like this a lot. And 10% barley. No rye. So, you know what that sounds like to me? It sounds like a Maker's Mark kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Bold sweetness. Oh, it even gives it a bold sweetness of corn meets the light fruit notes of wheat with vanilla and caramel. Okay. I wish I hadn't read that too. Oh, I already did that. Let's see. Here we go. Are we missing anything?
I don't think so.
Kiss Cat said you just had a woman's underwear.
Those are so funny when you catch the commercials. It's like, what in the heck? That's so random. Oh gosh.
We're gonna give this a good swirl.
Yep, I've been swirling mine. Looking forward to this, Scott.
I could get that same old sweet vanilla and caramel.
Yeah, like it. It's got a smooth smell.
Very sweet. Very sweet. Mid palate, short finish.
Mm.
I mean, there's this is just pure sweetness. No wonder Scott likes this.
I
It's
like this.
very sweet. I figured Tina
Scott.
would like it a lot. You don't get much rye. You don't get any spice because
That
there's no rye.
is an easy sipper.
It is.
Easy sipper. I like those. Kids Cat said Skims underwear. She might get some. The commercial was that good.
That's funny. It knows. Actually, that commercial was. I wonder if people get different commercials based on what they are interested in.
Sometimes I think it's
I
in
think-
your area because I see local stuff sometimes
Oh, okay.
too. But and then again, like
Scott, you're right. That in the very back on the finish, there's a little oakiness.
mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
that means it's been in the barrel probably at least 3 years, you would think.
And I like the oaky.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to give this.
That is good. I do like
I'll tell you what, and I can't remember what I paid, but it was not very much. 39, 35, something, 34, 35. I don't know.
Wow. And that's
What do you
not
get it
expensive.
for, Scott?
I still kiss Cat if she buys some, Walt gets a commission.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I'm going to give this a 74. 74.
I would score it higher, Scott.
Very approachable. Very easy to sip. Doesn't have a long finish, which I love. It doesn't have like a bunch of full flavors like you would in a higher proof.
Yeah.
But
True.
what you do get is just like it's a consistent sweet taste
Yeah.
that you come back to. It's kind of, a lot of Irish
to
whiskeys
sip.
are like that. It's a very consistent. You're getting the same taste each time, whether it's sweet or not. But
I would give this an 80.
she'd give it an 80, and I said I'd give it a. What'd you write?
74.
74. Yep. So that's good. She won't rate it, but she rated that one for you, Scott.
I did.
You
it
get
for,
Scott gets Tina's first rating.
I did it for Scott. And Christy.
Where are
Christy
your
don't care
Texas?
because she's having her rum chata.
Kissy Cass asked a
But
great
she's gonna
question.
try some with me.
And we're going to try next. Maybe because from Iowa, then I didn't really stop and look for whiskey until I got to Vegas. And when I got to Vegas, when I was waiting on my car to get repaired, and we're not going to talk about that because it just made me so mad I left. So we're not going to talk about that. So anyway.
Because I wasn't with him.
I stopped at Total Wine, and can you hand that one?
Mm-hmm.
And
Roger Randall, welcome in.
Hey,
you been
Roger.
hanging out?
Oh, he said went to the Kentucky Bourbon Trail. Nice. Very nice. And I remember you said you were going. So what places did you hit up, Roger?
Nice. I love
Well, there's Eric from Pappy's Barbecue. Hey, Eric.
Hi, Eric.
Good to see you. That was awesome. They
Good
were
to see you.
really awesome people. We talked a few minutes at Pappy's, and so thanks for coming in and saying hello. It's cool. Good stuff. Pappy's is an awesome place. I know we were talking about Mitch's Texas style, and then you got Pappy's, which is sort of a St. Louis style, but you know, it's it's out of this world.
Amy says if she goes out and then comes back in, she forgets that you're talking about whiskey and not people.
Yeah.
she is hilarious. Guys, y'all would love Amy.
This is a good question.
She's so funny.
He said, Bill says, what do you think is the smoothest whiskey? Smooth is a tough one. If I'm going to say just something that, you know, like this Cody Road, that's pretty smooth, isn't it? It's pretty smooth because it's smooth. But I'll say,
I'm sorry, Bill. We missed that.
What?
He's answering you now. He must have asked it several times, but we missed it. I'm so sorry.
It's Tina's fault because I'm talking. So anyway, I will say this. I do not own the smoothest whiskey I've ever tasted. And the smoothest whiskey I've ever tasted is Elmer T. Lee. And I've had 3 pours on 3 different occasions. And I'm going to tell you what, that stuff is so good.
That is
it's a Buffalo Trace
product.
Elmer T. Lee used to be a distiller at Buffalo Trace, and they named this whiskey after him. Mm-hmm. And that stuff is just so smooth. It's really good. Mm-hmm. I think Kentucky Spirit is very smooth. And I think almost, you know, a lot of the Maker's Marks are very smooth. Mm-hmm. They're very easy, very approachable, very full of sweetness and things like that. So you can check those out. Blame it on Tina. Yeah. Let's see who else I missed. I'm sorry we missed the comment.
You did
4
lot.
tries. I'm sorry, Bill.
You got to do Buffalo Trace. That's awesome.
Who did? Oh, the
Roger.
distillery? Nice.
Nice. We got to get back to Buffalo Trace, Old Forester. We've done 4 Roses, Wild Turkey, Heaven Hill, Maker's Mark, Woodford, Jim Beam. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We've got others to do.
Yeah. And Jer says Elmer T. Lee, is it expensive? Well, if you get it at the manufacturer's suggested retail price, it's probably not. It's probably like $79, $89. But because it's so hard to find, you will be lucky to get it for $500. If you get it cheaper than $500, you should buy it. I mean, I've seen it on sale some places for $350, but that's still out of my league. So I'll But if I see it again, I'm gonna buy it. I mean, it's like if it's in 300, I'm gonna buy it. I don't care. It's worth it.
What? How much did the pour that we had downtown?
That was 50. The first pour I ever had, I paid $50
It's
a piece for that.
$50.
But then
That was
then
hard.
we've had it for 35 and 25.
I find it's so hard for me to I can't pay that much.
Oh, he went
For a
to a
pour.
lot of Michter's, Old Forester, Four Roses, Wild Turkey. Man, you were
Yes.
on a trip. And Heaven Hill, I love Heaven. Some of Heaven Hill stuff is very smooth.
Really, really good.
So now I'm gonna give y'all a chance to vote. Bill just mentioned Texas whiskey. Or Kissy Cat said, "Where's the Texas?" Didn't she? So this one right here is.
Thank you, Joe. Joe's heading out.
All
Good
right.
night. Thank you for joining in and have a safe night, whatever you do. And
Absolutely.
so good to see you. Can't wait to see you in a couple weeks.
Yep. And we haven't talked a bit about well, after we taste this next one, then I'm gonna tell a little bit about the Hacienda and then Roswell. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
So,
Y'all want to hear about that, right?
yeah. So this, when I went into Total Wine, it was funny. I was doing a video, had my camera out, and I was talking, and the manager walked in and he goes, "How can I help you?" And I said, "Oh, I'm just checking out this barrel bourbon, whatever." He started talking. And then from there, he just started talking to me about all kind of stuff and tell me about the new bottles of bourbon called McFarland and stuff like that. Tell me the story about the distilleries. It was pretty cool. And then, as we're talking, he's like, "You know what? We may have a truck in today. It may be here already. I'll go check. And if they do, I've got a store pick of Frey Ranch." And he said, "Hang on, I'll go in the back and see if I got it." So this was a Frey Ranch rye single barrel. It's 119 proof, 119.6 proof. And so he said, "I'm gonna go see if I got this." And he come back, he's carrying this bottle. He says, "I haven't even priced it yet. I'm gonna let you check this out." So it was $119. Put the tag on there, and I carried that out. And what's cool was that Mark Canole was the guy that the manager was the one that picked the barrel. He does the barrel picks. So Frey Ranch, which is up in O'Fallon, they drove down 5 barrels to his store, and he picked out which one he liked. Awesome story. This was the one that he liked. So I thought, man, I need to buy that because I got to talk to that dude. So that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then he said, "But here's another thing. A lot of people don't know, and I don't know if Scott's tried this. I know he likes Texas whiskey, but this Still Austin, and I'm not a Texas whiskey fan. To me, there's something about it that I just don't appreciate. They, because it gets really hot in Texas. How many days of over 100 did you have, Kissy Cat? It was in the 70s or 80s in a row. So a cool story. This guy was, with his first barrels, he lost $2 million because it got so hot in Texas when he was starting to make this that the barrels burst.
Oh,
because it
expanded
so much that it burst.
That's interesting.
And so that's crazy. That's Texas. It's different. You're going to have that expansion. You're going to have a lot of evaporation of water. You're going to have a lot going on because in Texas and even in Mississippi and Alabama, it's hotter down there. Whereas if you come up Kentucky, Virginia, you're getting that rise and fall of temperatures
Mhm.
throughout. So the barrels are constantly, shrinking and then expanding and then shrinking again, and expanding. So that to me is what makes a great bourbon. So anyway, the guy figured out what he had to do. He had to get bigger barrels, I think it was. But anyway,
She said 45 days,
Wow.
over 100.
See, can you believe that? That's crazy.
Mm-mm.
This stuff was really good. But I'm gonna let y'all vote. We can do the Frey Ranch. So you can say Frey or Still Austin. Hold one up, honey. That's heavy bottle.
I got it.
And
I got it. These guns, I got it. Don't doubt. Frey Ranch.
there you go. Which one?
Or-
Frey or Steel? That's good. You're so on the side of it. There you go.
I'm trying to be Vanna or
You're
the
doing
Price
good.
is Right girls or something.
All 4 seasons in a day. Yes, we get those too. And up here it'll be snowing.
Amy.
The next thing you know, the sun comes
Amy
out.
knows.
Mhm.
She's up in little ways from us,
Yeah.
about an hour and a half
So we got-
from us.
Oh, you're not keeping count again, honey. See,
What?
we got. Oh, Frey Ranch just killed everybody.
Frey.
Frey Ranch. Here we go. We're going to drive Frey Ranch.
Hands down.
Frey's killed everybody. Frey, pretty bottle. This bottle is. God,
It's
this is
'cause
a
I was
heavy
holding it.
bottle, and I love Frey Ranch. So I'm glad y'all picked that. And this is a rye. It's a,
Scott says, at Dice Sniper, one number and one number only, please.
yeah, don't be chatting while we're voting.
Right.
I think it's only a few people in here, so it doesn't matter. All right. This is a single barrel strength store pick. So
All the things I like.
this might be one of the best things we've ever tasted. We've already had one great thing. Wow. So 119 proof. What's cool about Frey Ranch is like they actually have a farm up there where they grow all their wheat, all their grains, and all the rye, and they make everything
Off of their land.
off their land. It's amazing. It really is an
Nothing
amazing.
shipped in.
Yeah. So this should be good. Well, what was that one that I was really excited to drink, but then I was disappointed? Oh, it's the barrel rye. Remember that one?
No, I can't remember it.
It was the Blue Run rye. And it was so
yeah.
peppery.
Yes,
oh
I
my
do
gosh.
remember that. Mm-hmm.
I was like, I just couldn't do that. All right. Kissy Cat's getting curious. We're going to talk about
Steve
that
chatting.
Roswell
He's
newspaper in
still here.
just a minute.
You still here, Steve?
Steve?
Yeah. I hadn't seen him.
Yeah, I
chat.
hadn't seen him.
He was
He
helping
just
us with cigar picks the last live.
All right, here we go with the cork pull. Oh,
Pretty good
that was
one.
nice.
Big cork.
And these Frey Ranch, feel how heavy.
I know. I love
They're
it.
so heavy.
It's like you're, I don't know, holding a treasure or something in your hand. It's so heavy.
Is Derek and Cindy still here? Just want to check on them. Look how dark that is.
That is.
That is
I
a
mean, I
dark-
noticed that in the bottle,
wow.
even. Y'all can see that.
What is the mash bill? That's what I was looking for, was the mash bill.
That color. I love that color, though. That's a very
I
autumn
don't
color
see
for you, Kissy Cat. So maybe this can be an autumn whiskey.
Yeah, there you go. That looks almost orange in a way, but It's a dark there you go. It's the Texas Longhorns.
Very nice.
119 proof. You
Oh.
are going to get some ethanol in there.
She's giving me an idea. I should make a shadow box of
The bottle
the
cap.
bottle caps. Show them off. You're
I don't.
right.
Andy's probably asleep.
Well, he was here. Like, he hasn't said a word, but he showed up.
I
with
didn't
the
know
gifted
that he
membership. When all the when Bill
it
gifted
is-
memberships,
That was nice.
his name came up, but he didn't say anything. Ooh,
Wow, it smells just a lot of spice,
yeah, I get the spice.
a lot of
first thing.
ethanol, a little like candy. I'm not sure what kind. A little sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Get that ethanol. Man, it was really sweet. Then it gets really spicy, and then it got really ethanol. So, first, don't go by your first one.
The front was easy. The middle was a little bit more challenging, and the back was way challenging. But good. I like the flavor.
So thanks for telling me, Dice. The gifted memberships are randomly selected by YouTube. So I didn't know how that. No one's ever done that. I see people doing that all the time for you guys on your license. And Cindy says, yes, we're here.
That doesn't mean that they're there.
I'm glad you're still here, and because you guys are awesome. And
I thought you had to be in the chat. I wasn't sure about that, Dice. Thank you.
Wow.
Well, thank you, Bill. He's got to call it a night. Thank you for
Bill.
joining us and all of your support. We
Yes.
love you. And
I got some gas money, and Tina's got
food.
We'll get to eat, so we're all good.
So that's good.
And I won't get my butt kicked.
Have a wonderful night, sir. Thank you so much.
He says, Derek says they have new phones and it's weird, huh?
Oh.
You know, one thing I'm learning about Rise is that they really give you like a little dryness. Of course, the amount of ethanol will give you a little dryness. All the flavors on this are really, really good though. And then I just get that little dryness. But
yeah. Like I said, I do get that strong ethanol, spice, what have you, but the flavors still pop.
Let's see. It's really good.
Oh shit! Did you the Frey Ranch? Did you?
That's
you?
what no.
That's what yet. That is. That we didn't do another one before that. The bottle's kicking in.
I'm going to give this, and I figured this would be a little bit higher score, but it's still a really good. I mean, I would not pass it up. If you get a chance, I would get it because it's very unique. But I'm going to say it's a 77. 77. It's full of flavors.
It is. But it's still, which some people like. That's fine. It's still like.
Terry's leaving. Good night, Terry.
Fire.
Steve's leaving. They're all leaving us now.
No, Steve's not leaving. He's saying good night to Bill.
Oh, good night, Bill. Good night, everybody.
Where's Terry?
He was Terry was Bill's
He was saying good night.
good night to Terry, because Terry's such a good guy, man. He is a good guy. That's somebody I need to meet.
Everybody's in here
one day. So everybody's in here. Okay, we've even added somebody. If you're in here
Good night,
lurking,
Jared says,
you
good
can
night,
just-
John Boy.
you can use the lurking emoji if you're out there lurking.
Yeah. Hey, you guys that are members, hit
Use the
those.
emojis.
Yeah. Give us some emojis. Jared says, good night, John Boy.
Good night, John.
Okay, bye, Bill. We love
We
you.
love you, Bill. Thank you so much. He's the GOAT. So that's a really good. I like that. If I want a rye, that's one I'm gonna go to. It's not even close to Pikesville rye.
Yeah.
Pikesville rye.
All ryes to me, and I guess that's the way they're supposed to be, but they're all a little and or more spicy.
Some people don't like ryes at all.
Right. And I do, but
Mhm.
I'm going to tell you, it's not my favorite. Like Allison, our daughter,
she likes the rye.
She likes rye. She prefers rye. I will have to say I like them, but I don't prefer them.
Right.
Just in general, not this particular
now,
one.
I like high rye bourbons because then it gives me that sweet and spicy taste.
True.
Now, Pikesville rye, which you can find, it's probably in every store you go into. It's about those are awesome.
We're waiting for the aliens.
When you go into the store, if you can see a Pikesville rye, it's 110 proof. God, that stuff is just like amazing. That's the best rye I've ever had. So there's some lurks. So after leaving Las Vegas, I headed on over. I left and I drove and I booked a room at the Hacienda Inn in Prescott, Arizona. What an amazing property that was. That is one amazing place. I could stay several days there. I met two really great people, George and Judy. As I was doing a little tour with Amber, who was taking me around the rooms, the different rooms, and I was using the EMF detector. And on some places that EMF detector just lit up. And one of the places with that EMF detector, man, I got goosebumps and chills all over my arms. I could just feel like something was there. Something was near me, not like malevolent, not anything like that. Just like something was there with me. And it was really, really crazy now. And then people say, did you sleep well? And so that night, I was so tired. Nothing bothered me. I slept really well. Nothing woke me up. Even though I was like, dang, this is going to be a scary night, because I would place that thing right on my bed, that EMF detector right on my bed, and that thing was going off. And of course, one YouTuber says, maybe it's the breaker boxes. Well, I don't think they have breaker boxes in every single room, and they definitely didn't have one in my room. So that wasn't it. It was just very freaky. And if you remember at the beginning of the video, I said it reminds me of the Mizpah, but the feeling at the Hacienda was even more. It was like this, just heavier feeling. Like it just, you could just feel the vibe that this place was haunted. The Mizpah gets like that every once in a while, but this was really different. And of course, I was on the 3rd floor, and the 4th floor was the one that was supposed to be haunted, that room 426. So, yes, the elevator was awesome. So, Amber, she came and got me, took me up to the 4th floor. And I walked up there once, but then she came back. She goes, "Let me show you where the room 426 is." And in room 420, so yeah, I felt something, Dave. Something in the something there. I felt like I got chills and everything. She said that's the closest I could find for rye. So anyway,
bread.
Bread. Is that bread? I couldn't see what that was.
Bread emoji.
Oh, 4 is bad luck in the Asian culture. So anyway, so
Didn't know that.
So we went down to that room, and man, just looking down that hallway was kind of creepy. But somebody was actually staying in that room, so we couldn't go in the room. Which I know that thing probably would have lit up if we got in the room. I'm not sure, but hey, a ghost can go anywhere he wants.
Right.
And I honestly, this is just me speculating and the feeling. I swear, whatever that was, she or it or whatever was following me at times. That's the way I felt. It was very, very crazy.
I think
but
it
it wasn't
repeating that, like in the.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
I did, like, yeah,
they're following me, or
yeah, you could just
following me.
You get a sense. So if you've been in these places, a lot of times you'll get a sense of what's going on. There's nothing factual about it. It's just a feeling that you get. I could be completely berserk, who knows? But it was just a weird feeling like, okay, I'm going with you. And not evil, not malevolent. And if y'all remember, I stayed at the Eureka place up in Nevada, Eureka Hotel, which was the Jackson House Hotel. That place, I could feel some like not very happy spirits in that place. This wasn't like that to me. I think the overall feeling I got was like a sadness in a way. But so anyway, I ended up, I slept pretty well, but other than that place, and then, we went to the Palace bar, I guess you would call it, saloon, the Palace Saloon, which Doc Holliday was in there. That was a really cool place. I took the EMF detector and walked around that saloon. Doc Holliday been in there, and Virgil and Wyatt Earp, but it didn't really light up at all. Like there was no presence of anything in that bar. So that, that was cool. But it's a cool place, very historical place. So really enjoyed that.
I love stuff.
So what's Roger saying? He's got his eyes. So Kiss Cat says stay at the Driscoll Hotel in Austin by the Capitol. Weird cold spots.
Okay.
And Dave says, did I have any weird dreams? I don't. I just slept. Actually, is weird. I slept really good. I mean, I don't know. I was really tired. I was pretty emotional earlier in the day. It says ghosts don't know they're ghosts. You're the intruder in their world. That is true.
That's true.
That's true, Dice. That's a very good point.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing here?
She's got to go. Amy, you got to come visit us soon.
Yes, I hope you feel better. Thank you for joining us. And hopefully this made you feel better tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Hope to see you soon, Amy.
All right. Now,
we love you too.
yes, we do. Yeah, that Doc Holiday bar was pretty daggone cool. So I'm gonna open this. It's gonna be this is the Still Austin, and I'm gonna open that as I'm getting ready to tell you the story about Roswell. And if you haven't watched the video, I know it's 45 minutes long, but to me, it's a documentary. But it's a vlogging documentary. I mean, it's not like your typical documentary, but I do give you a lot of facts on that. And if I will just say that there was a lot that went on in Roswell, and they've been covering it up for years. And there's a couple of people that I want to talk about. And one of them is Matt Brazel. I want to talk about Matt Brazel, who was the rancher, the cowboy that spotted the aircraft.
Steve said, great videos, Walt. He's watched them.
Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. So, guys, Still Austin. This is a Texas whiskey. This is a cask strength. I can't even talk. I think it'll last a good while, BB. I think if you keep it tightened up. I mean, it's gonna actually sometimes I've gone back and the bottles have tasted better, but I think probably a good 10 years, but who knows? I mean, I really don't know. If it's not opened, it may last forever. But if it's open, maybe 10 years. That'd be a good research question. Here is
pretty good.
Pretty decent. Not the best.
Cover
Cork
up,
smells good.
Cover up.
Wow.
Guys with this
That's
alien
good.
emojis. Cover up upon cover up.
What was this? Yes, a bunch of cover-ups. Ooh, that's a really good glug. Did y'all hear that? You want some of this?
Yeah. Yeah. Very good glug.
Very good
I wonder
glug.
if it has to do with the long neck,
and
the curvy neck.
Mm-hmm.
It's
well, what
pretty.
It does is it pushes down into one area, then it starts getting the oxygen going, making that noise. So it's pretty cool. Still Austin. This is a cask strength. Let's look at the proof. Bad thing is, it's aged at least 2 years, so that's not a great sign.
Well, some of these places are young, and so they have to start somewhere. I mean, they're going to mature.
So it's 59. It's 59% alcohol, 118 proof. So it's up there.
Wow, 118. Yeah. When it gets over 100, guys, that's anything over 100 is like that's high proof. High proof. Right.
And me too. Ooh, oh my God, that smells like, man.
I don't get that Texas bitterness on the smell.
No. That's the sweet. That's one of the sweetest smells.
Yeah.
Gosh, it seriously.
Yep.
Wow, that's sweet. Like
usually you get that common Texas.
It's like molasses with some butter in there. Just sweet. Wait an hour. And let the bottle breathe if it needs help.
2 years in Texas heat is like 4 years up north.
That's true.
I guess that's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not a Texas whiskey fan, but this stuff,
Steve.
I know. He said, give it mouth to mouth.
Give it mouth to mouth.
That's a good color on there. Look at that.
Yeah, it is. I was noticing that. Like the Frey Ranch. That's a pretty color.
Cask strength bourbon whiskey. Let's try it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That is really good.
Wow. I get heat, but at the same time I get flavor.
My God, it's just full of flavor.
And I don't
it's
get
just
any
like
funk.
Not to the very, very, very back. And I don't know why. Maybe it's just because it hadn't been in the barrel very long.
You kind of have to hunt that out, though, almost.
Wow.
Kind of.
Gets to the back, just past the mid palate, and it just like blows up with some ethanol, but still finishes sweet. It's like sweet and a little spicy. It's like a cinnamon spice, not like a raw, like a rye spice or anything, just like a nice cinnamon
sweet spice.
Sweet, like a, and then you got that like a creamy molasses with butter in there. It's just really, man, that is good.
Still Austin. It is good.
That is very good. That is very good. Wow. I knew when Mark was taking me through the story, says you don't want to sleep on this Still Austin. You need to check it out. This bottle was only $49. For $49, that's probably the best whiskey bottle under 50 that I've found. It's really good.
What are you going to give it, you think?
It is. It's an 88. 88.
So pretty darn good.
Is that the best score tonight? No, the Remus is a 91
Remus
of the night. And that's definitely the next best one, I think, of the night.
And that is surprising for because usually
because I've tried the Garrison and the TX and I don't know what else, kind of Texas, but that's pretty good to be that young. 2 to so many years. I'm very impressed. And to have that dark, Dice might be onto something because 2 years in Texas might be like 4 years.
I mean, it could be.
You may not want to age it.
It's weird how they do not get the cold though that the other
sometimes
states. I mean, they do some a little bit.
They get a cool, but they don't get
as
like
long.
Everyone's fine, right? Wow. Yeah, if you'd bought a house in Vegas back in the day, you'd be rich anytime. Just sell the property so they can build something. So I'm gonna tell you about Mack, M-A-C-K Brazel. His real name's William. So there was one story I didn't tell on the video that I wish I had put off on there, but to try to keep it about 45 minutes, I had to leave this story off. But it's a great story, and I probably should have put it in the video no matter what. So as you know, if you watch the video, Mac Brazel goes out riding on his ranch and notices this big field of debris. So he rides on up and he gathers everything up. He takes it into the fire chief, and then goes back, complains, all that kind of story. He's like, y'all need to pick up all this debris. Sees the spacecraft. He sees the 2 dead aliens. He doesn't mention that he saw the one that was living. So when he sees all of that and goes in reporting about all the debris field that need to be cleaned up. And of course, when he does that, the military at this time thought that they had everything under control. They were cleaning up all the debris and nobody knew about it, and they could tell whatever story they wanted. Well, Mac Brazel, it's a regular old cowboy out in, New Mexico, and he goes in and tells the story, and the sheriff is the one that, he calls the military, but then he also calls as soon as he calls military, that's when they send their people out there. We got to take care of this scene. So then he talks to the radio guy, and the radio guy, he tells him the whole story about everything, what's going on and that. And then he goes home, and then the next day he comes back and he goes, while he said, we want you to come in and tell the story, tell me on the air, and just come to the station at like 10, 11 o'clock. Well, Mac Brazel goes to the little restaurant, Martin's Cafe, which is now that's Martin's Capital Cafe, but back then it was a different name. But he goes in there. So I had to go in there to eat just to see what this place was like, because it hadn't changed, they say, too much. So I went in there and they come back and they promptly arrest him. And what did he do? What did he do wrong? But they arrested him and they put him in this little building for like 7 days. And the tour guide said there probably was rehearsing his story, making sure that he'd get the story right. That it was like this weather balloon, and he was describing the weather balloon and what it looked like and all that kind of stuff. Well, then he comes back to the radio station, and the military police are with him, and he has to go in the radio station and says, hey, all that stuff I told you, that's not the way it was, and let me tell you the real story. And the radio guy's like, what? That's not what you told me the other day. And he goes, well, that's the story. That's the real story. And then the radio guy said, well, what about the little green men, as he's getting ready to leave out the door? And Mac Brazel turns around and says, I didn't say they were green. And then he left. And of course, that was the report to other people. I don't know why they became green, I don't know, but I think most people were saying they're kind of whitish, grayish looking. But and the fireman that was out there, Dwyer, he also saw the dead aliens and the one that was alive. Came back and told his family. So you got to watch that, because he tells his daughter Frankie, who was like 12 at the time, and they threaten here. They're threatening the 12-year-old girl. They're going to take her out in the middle of the desert if she repeats this story, which she didn't. She just left it alone for many, many years, until I think she started telling the story in about 2015, something like that. So, amazing.
Man.
But it's a shame the way they treated Mac Brazel, who all he did was ride his ranch and saw this thing.
Mhm.
And told the radio announcer one thing, but then they had him go in and recant his story to the radio announcer. And then
because he was seized and threatened.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So anyway, Di says he's right 90% of the time.
30%. He said 30% of the time he's right. 90% of the time.
Sounds like Yogi Berra. But so with that,
Wow.
I think we're going to wind it up. Unless anybody has questions.
Anything y'all want to know? How was tonight's tasting?
This was good.
I thoroughly enjoyed tonight's tastings. I'm going to tell you.
I did too. There's some good bottles.
He got some good picks this time, guys.
Yeah, it was.
And I can't wait to see what we pick next.
I appreciate everybody.
All of you guys
that came in. I really appreciate it. The donations.
Yep.
And just
everything, just
watching. All the members. And I will say, if you like, should have mentioned this earlier, but if you like this, you can sign up for Patreon and I will send you one of these after 2 months free of charge. Or if you just want to get one now, you can send me an email to, and I'll put my email address right here.
And Dice wants to know, how many bottles are you bringing to Vegas? It will be a surprise.
I'm probably going to quit drinking after this. And so I don't know, Dice. So you can send me an email to wjrain3@aol.com and I will send you an invoice. Just say, hey, I want 2 of the glasses, and I'll send them to you and we'll get that done. So, and I'll send you an invoice for those and you can pay it or say that's too much. They're probably going to be about $27, or you can join Patreon. And turquoise. Oh,
I'm glad, guys.
She stole my hat.
Thank you, BB.
She stole my hat.
I did steal it from Walt, but I think he's going to give it to me. I think.
Let's take a vote. Would that hat look better on me or Tina? I think I know who's going to win this one. Is there a tasting at the plaza? We'll see. Those are my favorite glasses. Yeah, they're nice, man. Those are really nice glasses.
Thanks, BB.
Kissy Cat made a recent video of putting
yes, she did. Her Freezy
Pops in my glasses.
It was awesome.
You could see the Bigfoot was getting angry on that.
He was getting a little chilly with the Freezy Pops.
Okay, Tina's got 1 vote, 2 votes.
Thanks, Steve and BB.
I knew this was going to go that way.
It's my hat now.
Oh. If she doesn't get 10 likes in the next minute, I'm not going to let her wear my hat anymore.
Give me a thumbs up, yeah. Tina, thumbs up. Tina, thumbs up. Kissy Cat's having a freeze pop right now.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, Kissy Cat, you will be jealous. It's been in the 50s in the mornings here.
Dave says Tina needs a shoulder holster with a cat ball revolver. She does. That's for sure.
Oh, my gosh.
And we'll put her in the movies. Yeah. So it's been a lot of fun, guys.
Hat.
Tina.
You gave me the hat.
That don't count, but for one.
I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Nice. He had the Cody Road. Did you agree with the Cody Road review? I think 74 is a good solid score. That's an actually.
Scott, what he wants us to bring. Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did good. I bet it's hot.
Yep, in the 50s. It was cool here today. I don't know what the temperature was, but it was rainy, so
yeah,
that always makes it cooler. And shoot, Walt and I were in jeans and jackets today.
Yeah.
So that tells you something.
Yeah. Now it's warming up again.
Yeah. Oh, it will. It's not over yet.
Well, I appreciate everybody coming in a lot.
Yes.
Love you all. And we will talk to you soon. 4 roses for me and my squatchy. There you go.
Cheers.
Is that the single barrel or just straight up 4 roses? Got the single barrel 4 roses. Good stuff. Have I even scored that?
Mm-hmm.
Because that
I
is
do not
good.
know.
Dang, we're going to score it. I don't think I've ever scored it.
Oh my. It's delicious too. I score it delicious. I'm going to start giving them adjectives instead of scores.
We got a quick. Kizzy Cat said, "How did you fall?" Well,
oh yeah,
I was out doing a video at Dismal Falls,
which
and
is in
Giles County, Virginia, and Dismal Falls is pretty dismal, but beautiful falls. And Dice drinking small batch. So, and I hiked down. It's not even probably quarter of a mile hike from the road, but you got to hike all the way down. So I hiked all the way down, and I was taking some pictures, and then I wanted to get a picture going down the creek. So I waded across to the middle. Not really waded. I was going on rocks. Got out there, and I took some B-roll, took some pictures, and that was all good. And then coming back, I was almost to the edge, like just step off to go to, about the last step. And I stepped on a really slick rock, which was close to the edge. And when I looked at it, I was sitting there looking at it and saying, that don't look too slick. So I think I could go there. So I stepped out. It's a long stretch, and I stepped out and slipped on that rock. And I landed on my left side of my hand, went down, I smashed this on the rock, and I hit my shoulder. My shoulder actually still hurts, and my elbow, which doesn't feel bad. So I'm laying there. The water was not very deep, but I was like, my head was about that close to a rock. So had I really slammed my head down, I would probably been a lot worse. But I just laid there, and I'm like, okay, I think I can get up. I think I'm okay. So I was able to get up, and then I took some more pictures and stuff, and then I headed on. But then as you get, because adrenaline's going, and once you get down the road, I'm like, oh man, my finger hurts, my elbows hurt, my shoulders hurt. So, but that's how it happened. I'm just getting old. Of course, that could have happened to me when I was 25, so vlogging is a dangerous business.
It is.
It is, especially some of the places. I told Tina, I said, of all the places that I've been in really bad situations, I was very thankful. This happened. And if I would have been hurt bad, there was a couple other people there, so I could have got some help and things like that. So that was good.
He calls me and he's like, I did this. I'm like, oh gosh. And of course, I work. I don't know if all of you know, but I work in orthopedics. I'm like, do you need to be seen? Do I need to get you in? He's like, no, I'll be fine. I was like, oh God.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I didn't want to, but my shoulder, I can't lift it up but above here. So other than that, we're okay.
Yeah, just guess that I already help enough people. I know.
Yeah,
No
exactly.
kidding.
All right, guys. Thanks for keeping on.
Yes.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you. This was fun. And we had
Yeah.
some great bourbons tonight.
We did.
Really did.
And thanks to Mitch's.
Yes.
What a nice gift basket. That
And
was
Bill
awesome.
Coleman, thank you
Bill Coleman.
for your donations. And we'll be
and
wearing
I really,
these shirts soon.
I held back from telling y'all what Derek and Cindy have done for us for the next one. But they continue to just be very supportive of me, and I love those guys too. Oh, and everybody on here is very supportive.
Got a special something coming up with them. So.
And Vegas baby is here. Crystal is here.
Hey, Crystal.
We will see her soon.
Yeah, sorry we missed you, but we will see you soon.
Yeah, Terry, awesome guy.
Thanks,
good night.
Terry.
And we will, and Steve. Good. I'm glad everybody had a good time. Y'all have a good night.
Yes. See you all soon. Love ya.
And keep it